Hi YouTube, I am doing a tutorial on how I make my small newborn pocket diapers. They look like this. I have the snap down rise, and this one actually doesn't have the snaps on it yet for the outer, but I'm going to show you guys how I assemble mine, and yeah. I'm going to start by explaining the pattern. So this is the pattern here that I use. Okay, so it's a newborn small pattern. I just got it online. This is the front. I use a snap closure. Now I have done ones with Velcro where I just modified and I put Velcro from here to here, and then I did Velcro at the tabs up here. But I'm just going to explain how I do it with how it's on here. Now, the outer line is where you cut. I actually modified this pattern so it has an extra like ½ inch on each side, so that it makes a better pocket, because this is supposed to be a fitted like all-in-one, but I modified it so I can make a pocket. So yeah, I added an extra ½ inch to each side, and pretty much what I do is I trace my pattern onto PUL is what I use for the outer, but you could use like cotton outer. You could really use anything. I mean, if you're making a pocket and you want to put a cover, then it doesn't have to be waterproof. But what I do is I use a PUL outer. So I traced a pattern onto my PUL. I cut it out, and then I have my PUL. Now this one I actually used 2 different colors. I put pink on the tabs here. So if you wanted to do that, you just modify your pattern when you're cutting, and you'd have to just sew these pieces on here, which I am just starting to fiddle around more. After that, what I do is I take my pattern, I line it up. I actually poked little holes where all of these snaps go, and I just dotted through each hole with like a Sharpie or like a black marker, so that I made spots. I use Joann's snaps, and what I do is use my snap press. These are just the Babyville snaps. I do like them, but you have to use the Babyville pliers. Like, I tried not using them and I broke a few snaps. So I do that. I reinforce my snaps in the back with this is another fabric I used beforehand when I was experimenting with my diapers. This is just another waterproof material. Some people use PUL to back it up, but really any material just to reinforce your snaps. And then what I do is I also trace it out onto a wicking material. This one is like a minky fabric. It's really soft and like velvety, kind of for against baby's bum. Stays. Okay guys, so I have went around and sewed around my whole diaper, and I left my opening here. Now what I do next is I do my elastic for my outer, and I do just kind of reinforce the inner here with doing a zigzag stitch or a straight stitch. So I'll explain to you how I do it, and then I'm just going to do it and then show you it done, because it's too hard for me to hold the camera while I'm doing it. So here I just kind of pull it out, and then I sew from here to here, straight stitch. Make sure you don't accidentally catch the extra material. Okay guys, so I finished the back area. So this is what my inner fabric looks like inside out. I just did a zigzag stitch all the way across. And then for the elastic, what I did was, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I folded it down here, and then I put a piece of elastic right in this spot and right in this spot here, and I just secured it with my machine, straight stitch down over it so that it was there with a fold over it. Now, what after I did there is I turned it like this, and then, how do I explain this? And then I put it on my zigzag stitch clamped down. With this part, you have to like hold this down while you're zigzagging. So I was folding this piece down and zigzagging while holding with my right hand back here, and then my left hand down here, so that I was stretching the elastic as I made the casing in it. Okay, I know that mine doesn't look like the most awesome thing, but when it's done, it looks fine. This is just what works easiest for me. So that's what it looks like done. I don't know if you guys can see that. Next thing that I do is I go ahead and I put my elastic in for the leg casings. So generally what I do is, if you look at the pattern, right here is where the elastic goes down to here. Now, I generally just go right under where the first flap is, and I secure the elastic right here, doing a zigzag stitch without stretching it, and then I start pulling the elastic as I go down, and I make sure I go just right against the seam here, all the way down, and then I end about like here with it pulling, and then I sew to here doing a zigzag just back and forth to secure it, which is same thing that I do up here. So I'm going to go ahead and do both sides of the legs, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. Okay? Okay guys, so I finished doing the elastic. I still have little strings everywhere, but I finished doing the elastic on each leg. So like I said, I just zigzagged back and forth here to secure the elastic, and then I pulled as I went with a zigzag stitch over it. This diaper I was a little messy because I'm still getting used to this minky fabric. It's pretty slippery, and I don't like to pin my diapers when I'm using PUL because it gets extra holes in it. So I'm constantly like lining things up. So this diaper, I kind of went a little bit out here, which is in with my line when I went around it originally, but that's okay. So yeah, so it's like that. Next step that I do is I turn it all inside out. Just put this here for a second. I have to say that this print is like my favorite so far. So yeah, just turn it inside out. Make sure you get all the little edges out for the tabs. Okay. So this is kind of what it looks like right now. Sorry guys, I'm not camera challenged. Okay, so this is kind of what it looks like now. So then what I do next is I start back here, the top of the casing. I pull it flat, and then I go really just like tiny right all the way around, and just top stitch all the way around, making sure that I'm making sure the POL is the only thing that's showing, because you don't want the wicking fabric to be on the outside at all, because it will wick onto the clothes, right? So you don't want any wetness or anything coming through. So I'm just going to go ahead and go all the way around the outskirts of the diaper, and then I'll show you guys the finished product. Okay guys, so I went around and sewed all the way around the outside of my diaper. Now if you do a pattern like this where it has the snap down for the umbilical cord, when you get around here, you can't really get above it, at least not with my pattern. So what I do is I just kind of let the machine go right around there, and then I go back up. When you also get to the leg casing, or the leg elastic, I don't know if you guys can see it, I let it go out, and then I bring it all the way down, and you have to pull the elastic as you do it so that you don't have your so you don't have your string, not your string, so you don't have your seam that you just put in rip when you try to pull the elastic. Like, it won't pull if you do it tight to where the elastic is. Also, you want to make sure that you're not going over the elastic when you're doing that. Another thing I forgot to mention is before you turn it inside or right side out, you want to cut all the edges as close to the seam as possible, so that when you're turning it inside out, you don't have bulky lines around the edge, okay? So this diaper I still need to cut the strings off of and put the snaps here. So I'll just show you the one I just finished beforehand. So this is supposed to fit around like 6 to 15 pounds. How you do it for the smaller size is you open this and you snap to the lower set of snaps. I'm trying to do this with one hand. Okay, I'm just going to do it and then show you. So you do it to your lower set of snaps. And then you can snap down your umbilical cord. The lower set of snaps kind of is the smaller size. I'm realizing now that the snap I put in is not wanting to go. Okay, anyways, so it'll look like I have to press my snap in. If you see that, see, it's kind of not right. That's the only thing about these snaps. It gets really annoying if you mess up or you don't get it flat enough. So anyways, this is the smallest it goes with the snap down umbilical closure. I'll post a picture of what that looks like better when I can get it to snap. And then this is what the little leg casing area looks like. And then the inside, all soft and fluffy. You can pretty much stuff your diapers with anything, like an old towel. This insert I was just kind of playing around with making an insert. So I had like a micro terry with on the inside of this, which you can see right here because I didn't sew it properly, is just a microfiber towel, and then just an old towel here. I was trying to make like a heavy soaker pad for like nighttime, but I think I have figured out another pattern that I'm going to use for that. Also regular, like a regular sized, I can't think of the word right now, but a regular sized, why can't I think of the word? Insert can fit in here. You just might have to fold down the bottom a little bit. So that's my pocket tutorial for you guys. If I left anything out, please leave a comment below, and I will do my best to answer your questions. I'll also do a one-sized pocket diaper tutorial once I've finished my small stash. I'm just trying to finish all my smalls before I move on to my one-size stash. I'll just show you guys quick the other pattern that I have. And this is a Velcro one. So this is the other diaper with the same pattern with little butterflies. And this one has Velcro closure. And I did it with 2 lines of Velcro because then if you do have a smaller baby, all you have to do is Velcro down to that lower line, and then with this down, you won't even notice the Velcro on the top row. Here, I'll do it and show you quick. kind of like that. It's hard to see because it's not stuffed with anything right now. But yeah, so you can still do, if you don't want to buy the snaps because they are a little pricey and then you have to do the press and everything, you can do it with Velcro. You can do just a single thick layer of Velcro, or you can do what I did, do 2 rows. I even made my snap, or my closures for Velcro so that in the laundry it doesn't deteriorate. So I've got about 4 of my small newborn done, and I'm gonna make probably about 8, and then I'm just gonna make one size. I figure she can wear her one size diapers around the house, and then I can use the smaller ones for when we're out or when we want something that's more fitted to her little booty. Alrighty guys, thank you all for watching. I will do a 22-week tutorial, or 23 weeks tutorial. Sorry, I have no makeup on and I'm getting pimples. So I'll do a 23-week tutorial, guys, this week. Not tutorial. 23-week pregnancy update this week. Sorry that I'm late with that, but I did get to this video, so please don't penalize me too much. I hope you guys all have a great week, and I'll show you guys my bump quick. I don't know if you guys can see that. She's been kicking me a ton lately. So that's my belly. You guys, I'm not going to post belly shot on there because I don't want any creepers to just look up my video just for belly shot. So for all you guys who watch this tutorial, you got a belly shot too. Take care.